Hey everybody, I am so excited to be here today with my friend Kim. She has been in my Anxiously Engaged group for quite some time now. I'm not sure exactly how long, but for quite a while now. And so I'm really excited to be talking with her today. Before we jump into that though, if you don't know me, we haven't had a chance to connect yet. My name is Rachael Curfew. I am an anxiety coach and I work with the majority of the people I work with are LDS women, which is my favorite group to work with, but I also work with families and I work with businesses and do a whole bunch of other things too, but that doesn't really matter at this moment. So let's get talking about with Kim for a minute. So Kim, first of all, thank you for being here. You're super cute and super sweet. You've been in the group for a long time. How have you been liking it?
I really like it. It's very supportive, and it's a group of people who get it.
Yeah.
They understand.
Yeah, it is an amazing, good group of women. And I like that there's a lot of support, there's a lot of sisterhood, and there's not a lot of drama. In fact, never is there drama, which I really like.
I like the new moderators you've set up for different areas of like how we handle anxiety in the certain areas like sisterhood and temple attendance and the come follow me and all of that. So that's been fun.
Thank you for pointing that out because I do try to have some different people to help and be involved because I want everybody to have somebody to connect with or at least some type of activity to connect with. So we try to do things and mix things up all the time and provide different opportunities, and some of them kind of come and go, but we definitely try to keep things going. So it's been fun. We've done some fun things, service projects and temple stuff like you mentioned, some lunches sometimes. And anyway, it's been a really good, fun group. So, and I'm glad you're there. You've been a really awesome contributor. So thank you for all that you do for our group as well.
Well, unfortunately, Facebook is my escape from my anxious life. So it's been fun to have a nice, safe place to go to.
I think all of us use Facebook or something like that when we're anxious or stressed or tired or something. We all have our little outlet. So I'm glad you're coming to our group though. That's awesome.
So it's like that old commercial, Calgon, take me away. It's like, take me away.
It's the new Facebook, the new Calgon. That's awesome. I love that. We should start using that. Oh, that's awesome. Well, one of the things that we also just did in the group, and I try to have every once in a while some opportunities that are just free, get knowledge, help improve people's lives, teach new strategies or things like that. And one of the things we just tried recently was I ran a workshop called Peace and Purpose in Anxiety. And you participated in that. How did you like that workshop that we did?
I liked it a lot. Being kind of a small groups in that, there was a lot more interaction, not just with you, but between the people who were chatting in there, and a lot of support and so forth with that. Also having a highly anxious daughter, the one day about the, how to deal with other people's anxieties when you're trying to deal with your own, was especially timely because during the time that week, we actually had my daughter at the ER with a suicide plan. So it was nice to get some strategies on how to talk to her and how to help her handle her anxieties as well. So I shared a lot of what I learned on those videos with her in a time when she wasn't in her I can't handle life modes. So
yeah. First of all, is she doing okay right now? She's not in the ER at least.
Every hour at a time kind of thing.
Oh, you're a good mama. One of the things that I really like and I try to reinforce when I'm teaching women, especially with women who have children or teens who are struggling, or even a spouse, but I like it when I want you guys to share it with your children. I want you guys to share it within the walls of your home because and I've said this a lot, but when I can help teach a woman something, a mother, a wife, then we're changing the world. Because if she can then teach it to her children and make a difference in the lives of her children, or again, like her spouse or whoever, then that is changing your world. That is changing the world around you. And that's a really cool thing that women can do, because we're talkers, right? We talk and we share information. And so if I can share something that benefits you, and then you can share it with your daughter or whomever, that changes the world. It's a little teeny 2 millimeters at a time, but it does change the world. And that's really amazing.
Yeah, and it's great because I can share it in the, hey, guess what I learned in this? And so, and she knows that with me having anxiety and depression, I get how she's feeling. Yeah. So it's really nice to learn those things and be able to say, hey, guess what I learned?
Yeah.
To think about that.
Yeah. And most kids tend to be more receptive to, this is what I learned, not here's what I learned that you have to do. If you think, hey, this is what I'm doing for me, then a lot of times they are more open and receptive, versus that's just parenting them, like how they should or shouldn't be. So that's really awesome, especially with a teenager. So that's really cool. I love too that you really were so engaged with so many comments and participating. You have been awesome at cheering other people on in the group over time, not just through this workshop. So I just really appreciate all you have done and all that you do for our group.
Those are the little things that help fill me up.
Yeah, good. It
actually helps fill me up.
Good. I appreciate that, because that goes back to that sisterhood we're trying to grow in that group. It's not only just about learning about how to lessen our anxieties and take those, turn off our anxiety alarms, all those things, but it really is about the sisterhood. I think we can all get through a lot if we have a team. If we have people in our corner cheering us on, and it might be a little heart emoji or a welcome to the group or something simple like that, but those little things add up and they make a difference, and you're awesome at that. So thank you. Is there anything you would like to say if somebody is looking at, who's in our group or looking to join our group, who happens to see this, and they're like not certain if our group is the right place for them, or participating in the little workshops are right for them, what would you say to them?
Well, I know for me, I love that you offer things where we don't have to purchase your program, or that because I'm in a financial place right now that, 2 days ago I didn't have enough money to put gas in my car.
Right.
So, living on those budget constraints, I love that you have these mini classes, or just even having the webpage to bounce those ideas off of when I can't afford to do the other things. It's been extremely helpful. And once again, like-minded people.
Yeah.
Most of them share my faith. Most of them share, a lot of my feelings, and it feels safe.
Yeah. We've tried really hard to not only to be all inclusive. There are actually women of our different faiths in our group, but just like you said, they're like-minded. So it doesn't matter what bench they sit on Sunday. It's that we all create that sisterhood of love and support. But then I appreciate you not recognizing. I try really hard to have different levels of value for different people. There are times and seasons where I couldn't afford things either. And there are other times I could. And so I try to make sure we rotate through things, some that are free, some that are low cost, and then we do have some bigger ones, bigger investment ones. But I try to make sure we rotate so that we're always having something for everybody. So.
And Rachel, one thing you're good about it, I like your 2 millimeter mantra, if you will.
Yes.
Because sometimes maybe, like, I think when I first started, shortly after I started, you did the organizing challenge.
Yeah.
And I maybe did 1 or 2 days of that.
Yeah.
But you lifted me up for those 1 or 2 days instead, and that way I didn't really feel bad about the days I couldn't do it. And so I think that's something that's really, really important and wonderful about that. I'm busy. Can you please stop? I'm on a call. As she ducks out.
This is what is really good about our groups, though, is that we all are women. We are all, most of us are mothers, a lot of, working. We all have different things on our plate, and life happens, and sometimes life walks in right when you're doing other things, and it's totally okay. So, and you're right. I appreciate you.
The door is real life.
Well, I do hope that you, along with everybody else, knows the 2 millimeters is, you're right, it's my mantra. I wear it on a wristband every day, but we only have to do 2 millimeters at a time, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And if we miss a day, or if we miss a lot of days, it's okay. We just do the 2 millimeters that we can every day. So I appreciate you pointing that out and recognizing that. And I'm glad that I was able to, as you were taking part of that challenge, that you didn't get down or discouraged. Because when we already have so much on our plate, if we add guilt and shame to what we're not doing, that doesn't get us anywhere anyway. That's just going to create more stress and anxiety. So we don't no more of that. Well, Kim, I really love you and appreciate you being in our group. I really appreciate, like I said, all the participation and the engagement that you have shared. And this is the first time we've officially met in person, but I just have felt really connected to you for a long time, and I just really appreciate you and being there, and I'm grateful that you're a part of our group. So thank you very much for that. And thank you for your time today. Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. All right, well, we will catch up later in the group then. Bye-bye.